Hi, my name is Douglas Peacock. Welcome. In this video I want to just touch on relationships. I've helped people get out of relationships, stay in relationships, or start new relationships. And quite often what's going on is the first thing we've got to do is look at the relationship you have with yourself and not being caught up in where the misalignment is. If you're finding that you're in a relationship where it's not right working, or there's sort of like violence or mental violence or emotional violence or things like that, we have to clean out where the victim is within inside self, and then you have a choice on whether you choose to stay there and that or not. And it's every person is different on what they need to do. But when I work with people in the relationships, what it is about cleaning out where they are, what's going on for them, getting them to come into wholeness. Because when we look at the energy of relationships, we want to be whole, and we attract in someone's whole. We don't want to be thinking that they're going to fix us and make us better, because they won't. We must be whole ourselves. And that's where we work. And when in doing that, then you don't need to be together, but you choose to be together. And that makes so much more powerful relationships. And quite often there is just patterning of beliefs that are not healthy within inside of ourselves, things that we're imprinting, that we're brought up from our childhood, imprinting that we've brought in through the genetics, through our family lines, and imprinting where we sometimes bring in from past lives, and we can't work out why the heck this is going on. Why can't I get in a relationship, or why am I in a relationship? And things keep going wrong. A quick story here. I had a lady I was working with, or actually a colleague of mine was working with, and he asked me to come in and help because he couldn't seem to help her with her relationship. When I looked at her and had her on the table and was working with her, her thing was that she would get into a relationship, go all right for about 6 weeks, then she'd get really aggro and violent with him, with the partner, and and then scare them off. And what she found is her feet just stunk, and she couldn't work out why, no matter what she did. And when I tuned in energetically to what was going on, I found that she had picked up a soul, and it was living with her, and the soul was a big black guy who had died, and she as a soul was bringing it and helping it pass over. But in this certain case here, what happened is this big black guy, he had, the missionaries had come down, he left his tribe to join the missionaries, did something wrong, and was banished from the missionary, and his tribe had banished him also because he had joined the missionaries. So he was in no man's land, and he got lost. And this lady's soul had said that she would help him come back up and pass over and go to the light. But what he had done is become attached to her, and the anger that she would have coming out after about 6 weeks in a relationship would be the anger of this big black guy that was inside of her, and saying, no, this is my lady, and and pushing the other male energy away. And when he came out, he was a beautiful guy, and we helped him come out and pass over and go back to the light. But the thing is, his feet were like rotten. His feet were all rotten in that. And I tell you this because I saw the lady about a month to 6 weeks later. Her feet had stopped stinking, and she'd been able to get into a relationship. And then when I saw her 6 months after that, the relationship had stuck, and she was happier than she ever be. It seems a bit weird, but that's just sort of things that happen, and you can't explain that to anyone. It's just there. And when we see the energy there, we're able to help people transcend it. And that gives me the greatest joy to be able to see others enjoying the love of being with other self, and sharing as we do. So if you have something going on in your relationships and you'd like help with it, again, give us a call. I'll tune into the energy, see what I see, and we can take it from there. Again, my name's Douglas Peacock. You take care.